Taika Waititi started writing a Star Wars movie about 3 years ago. Today he's given us a big update, I guess. So let's look at exactly what he said and offer a little analysis, and I definitely want to know what you think as well. Let's get into it. So this is breaking news today, just happened a couple hours ago. The news is all over the place, and ironically enough, nobody on YouTube is talking about it. So here we are, Echo Base Network will cover it for you. Star Wars Taika Waititi offers an update on writing his Star Wars film. In the years since Lucasfilm announced that Taika Waititi would be developing a Star Wars movie, there have been few updates about what the project would explore or when it would potentially land in theaters, with Waititi himself recently confirming that his story is in a good place, but he's still fine-tuning the middle of the adventure. Waititi is developing the script with writer Krysty Wilson-Cairns, with his comments leaving it unclear if he specifically is struggling with the middle of the conceptual journey of the characters or if it's more of a specific challenge with the second act of the script itself. Waititi shared with The Hollywood Reporter, "I've got a really good idea for it. It's just as with all films, it's this middle part. You're like, what's going to happen? And then you look at all those films that are so great, you're like, well, I guess they can't meet some smuggler with an alien sidekick." It's easy to see why Waititi could be struggling with the story, not due to a lack of creative talent, but as he's been immensely busy over the last few years, as reports emerge every few months that he's attached to a new project. Due to the writer's strike, both Waititi and Wilson-Cairns have halted any significant work on the script, causing further delays on the project. At Star Wars Celebration this past April, Lucasfilm announced 3 new films that would be moving forward, though they didn't make any updates on Waititi's film during its official presentation. Waititi's remarks echo those that Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy made behind the scenes at Celebration, as she noted that the script was taking a bit longer than expected, saying, "Taika is working away. He's just, and he won't get mad at me for saying this, slow. We've got a couple of acts, we need a third." Kennedy's comments now seem to reflect that Waititi needed to finish 3 total acts as opposed to the final act that creatives typically develop in a 3-act structure. Despite the writer's strike understandably preventing official work from happening on the script, it's possible it could afford Waititi and Wilson-Cairns the break from the project necessary to crack the middle of the story and finish the script when the strike concludes. I do have to say that it's very peculiar, guys, that 3 films were mentioned at Star Wars Celebration, and there's basically been no news of Taika Waititi's movie at all. I'm at the point now where I don't think it's ever going to happen. Think about what Bob Iger said. These movies have to be a hit. They have to be a surefire hit. And if it's taken him over 3 years to develop one singular story, I just don't see it happening at this point. And Kathleen Kennedy can say whatever she wants to say, and Bob Iger can say what he wants to say. So can Taika. He can say whatever he wants to say. But until we get more, you just have to anticipate that this project is never going to happen. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I don't even know if I want to see a Taika Waititi movie. After all, I'm not the biggest Taika Waititi fan. I am a Star Wars fan first and foremost. I need great Star Wars, and I'm not sure that Taika Waititi with his, basically he's always wanting to inject a lot of humor in what he's doing. And Star Wars has humor, but it's very subtle. It's done a very specific kind of way, especially George Lucas Star Wars. So I'm not sure if Taika could actually pull that off. So I'm going to be in favor of, no, don't go ahead. Just give it up, Taika. Move on to something else and do something else. But you never know. We'll continue to report on it as he continues to talk about it. Maybe Patty Jenkins and Rian Johnson will get their films too, or are they going to be in the graveyard of ex-Lucasfilm planned movies, writers, scripts, and all of that? The graveyard is quite extensive these days over there at Lucasfilm. So anyways, let us know in the comments what you think about it, guys. Thank you so much for being here at Echo Base Network. We are, you are, Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you on the next one.